Hey guys, it's Dabs. Welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, I'm excited to bring you another tutorial, and in this tutorial I want to show you a easy free way for you to create sliding pop-ups, ad blocker notification, informational notification on your WordPress website. If you're looking to start your email marketing campaign and you need to collect leads on your WordPress website, but you don't have a budget, you don't have huge budget, you want to get this thing done free, then I will show you exactly how to do that in this tutorial, literally for free. Beautiful pop-ups, beautiful sliding, beautiful social shares on your WordPress website. So without further ado, let's get started into these tutorials immediately. So right now we're going to come to the back end of this WordPress website, and we're going to come to plugin. We'll be using the help of a free plugin to get this done. So we're going to come to plugins. So we're going to come to add new, and then we're going to search for this plugin we'll be using. This plugin is called Usul. So here's the plugin, Usul Email Marketing Lead Generation Opt-in and Pop-ups, designed by WPMU Dev. It has currently 100,000 active installations. So let's install this plugin. And also let's activate this plugin. All right, so now we have this plugin installed and activated. Immediately you install and activate this plugin. If you scroll down to the far left corner here, you see an option here for Usul. And if you over on this, you see that you have quite a number of things you can do, from creating pop-ups to slides, to sliding or slides, or to embed, to social sharing, and some also integration. So we can integrate this plugin with our preferred email marketing campaign platform, maybe MailChimp, maybe so many things. We're going to consider them eventually. Let's come to dashboard, and then here it is. Hey Dabs, let's get started. Let's just skip this. So this is what the dashboard of this plugin will look like. And from here, this plugin, as well, I need to mention that is a freemium plugin. So it means that it has a pro version, but whatever we're going to be doing in this tutorial will be limited to the free version. So right now, let's get started into this tutorial. The first thing we're going to be touching out is their pop-ups. Let's try to create one. So you can see here, we have the ability for us to create our pop-ups here by hitting this create button, or come to the far left here as well and hitting this pop-up button. And then we have the option now here to create a new or import. That's if you're using this plugin before somewhere, you can import those pop-ups into your existing WordPress. But now let's just create new, and let's just call this newsletter. So let's say we want to create newsletters on our website. We want people to sign up for that. We have a type also, which is either we want to make this an email opt-in or informational. But because this is a newsletter, we want people to give us their emails. We want to collect leads on our website. So we're going to leave this with email opt-in. And we're going to come back to see what an informational will look like to as well. We're going to choose a template next. And then you have quite a number of templates here that you can easily play around with. You can also start from scratch, design something entirely new, but I won't advise you do that. That would take so much of your time. So I would advise that you just pick any of the templates here, and then you customize it to suit your style. So you can do preview to see whatever you want, but again, I think this one here is basically a newsletter. Let's preview this so you can say this is newsletter, and this is fantastic. So we can make this something more like this, quite very beautiful. So we can close this and then close this too as well. So let's choose this template. So we can see the title here says a newsletter sign up. So we can easily preview here so that we can see exactly what we have again. So you can see newsletter sign up, and then we have this text: subscribe to our weekly newsletter, and then email and subscribe. Then we can close this, and then let's close this as well. So now we can change this from newsletter sign up to get daily gadget tips. You can be creative with this. You can use whatever title you want. You also have the option here for you to add the subtitle, and then for this is the featured image. It's just an envelope to signify the newsletter. We may just want to leave this as is. Then subscribe to our weekly, since we put this as daily, so we're going to change this to as well to daily. That's fantastic. So Yeah, for a call to action, it is none, because this, we don't want a button, we want an email opt-in. So we would have been using a call to action if this were to be an informational pop-up. So we're going to leave this as none. And also, thanks, I'm not interested. You see that link below the pop-up for people to close this. So you can also customize this as well, but I will leave this just as is. So that's everything we need to do. The next thing on our agenda here is our email. So we can just literally go to emails. So you can see that the only field we have there is an email field. You may also want to collect your name. So what if you want to collect names and also email? So we can insert another field, and that field will be a name field, and we can insert this field. So we can maybe collect names first before email. And also we can still do some form of customization. So let's hit this and let's edit this field. So let's say for a name, it is called name here. Let's come to settings. We may want to require this. Currently it is optional, so we want to make this required. And then we can still come to styling here. We can add some additional CSS in case that's what we want. But let's come back to label, and then for placeholder, this is empty. We can leave this as is, and let's just call this name. So let's apply this. So that's it. We have our name and also our email. We can preview this to see exactly what this would look like. So you can see name, enter your email. I think I would remove this place number because this is not popping. And subscribe here, I may want to change this to get tips. So let's close this entirely, and then let's come to our email here. Let's edit this. Let's edit this field. For our placeholder here, I'll just make this empty, and then I'll hit let's come to our style. For settings, this email field is required. Definitely, that's what I want to confirm. So let's hit the apply button, and for our submit button as well, let's change this from subscribe. Let's change this to get tips, and then we hit the apply button here, and I think that's it. Once there is a successful submission for this pop-up, what should happen? We can send a message, or we can redirect them entirely. So for us to just send a success message, we can just say thank you for joining our daily newsletter. So we have to change this from weekly to daily. You can also be more creative. Thank you for joining our daily newsletter. You can check your inbox to receive today's newsletter already. Whatever it is you want to write, you can just write out here, and you can also redirect them after a submission to maybe a thank you page that you have designed, or if you were going to give them an offer, or you want them to apply for something, or you want to give them a discount, or you want to give them a download, a freebie, or anything, whatever you want to do, you can redirect them here. You can open this on the same tab, or maybe in a different tab entirely. That's literally up to you. So that's it for our email fields. We are done here. That's everything we want to do. In your own case, you may want to collect more information from them. It may not be a newsletter. You can click the insert button here. You can see that you have a number of things you can do, from phone number to address to their website. You can also add a reCAPTCHA. You can add a time picker in case you want them to maybe get a quote, or you want that to pop up that they can choose a time, or they want to book a consultation or a free consultation with you. You can make them pick a time or a date, and also maybe random numbers or maybe text. You also want to add a GDPR approval. You want them to consent to your privacy policy, or whatever you want to do. Those things are quite very optional. Those are the fields you can see insert into this pop-up, but I want to leave this as is. I don't want to get this more complicated. So that's it. So let's go to the next thing here. The next thing here is for us to see our integrations. By default, your pop-ups will land in the local list. If you come down here, you can see a place here for email list. So if you come to email list, I can literally just open this in the new tab. This would show you all the list of people who have applied to your forms. So if I open this up, so you can see I don't have any list here. So you can see once people start submitting, you would see all their details here, the names and their emails, and whatever field you have also set in your pop-up. So that's it to that. So you may want to have more than this. So you can see that you have the option to connect more apps. So let's try to open this integration in a new tab and let's see what we have to as well. So for our integration here, so you can see we have quite a number of integrations, from Zapier to ActiveCampaign to Aweber to Campaign Monitor. We have quite a number of them here. Since we are just dealing more with free stuff here, I would rather suggest that you give MailPoet a chance, or you can just try out MailChimp. MailChimp is also literally free. You have amazing free resources to use MailChimp to set automation emails. So that's something you may want to try out. So if you click this, you need to add your MailChimp configuration. So if you come to mailchimp.com, you can literally come down here to create a free account. You can sign up for free. Having the option to send up to 1,000 emails monthly is something that is a welcome idea. So you can try out MailChimp, sign up for a free account, but I will not want to touch down on this, but I'll be doing specific tutorials going forward on touching on all of these things, both MailStar, Multic, like I mentioned, MailChimp, and how you can connect them with this plugin. So if you're excited about that, watch out for further tutorials around that. So that's exactly how to do your connections here. So coming back here, we can just leave this as local list for now, and then we can come to Appearance. Here they have different layouts that you can test around with. So we are here by default, so you can choose in between them for you to see how this would affect your pop-ups and choose whatever work best for you. That's literally up to you. And also for customize element, featured image, you can change the size or whatever way you want to do to just style the featured image. Also the opt-in form as well. The opt-in form right now is vertical. We can make it horizontal if we like. So if you preview, you will see that the name and the email are side by side. You can put them on top of each other. So that's a fantastic way to style your form. You can also choose icon. That's a close icon rather, sorry. So you can choose whatever close icon you want. So this is what we have. So we can choose between that and this, for example, and then leave that as is. So also for typography, the default font here is Roboto. You can change this to whatever font you like. I like to use Popups most times. And then I'll hit the apply button. So yeah, font has been applied. So you can go all around, play. You can see the color here is grayscale. You can change the color palette to whatever you want. You can change all of these things. I don't want to waste so much time trying to change colors and all these things. That's it for appearance. Also, we can go to visibility. You can begin to set rules as to when this pop-up should show on your website, and that's very, very, very important. So right now we can maybe set a rule, visibility rule, show when maybe all or any of the following has been done. So we can then add the condition. What is the condition? We can show this thing on all of our pages or all of our posts, or maybe when a particular tag has been clicked or a static page is opened, or we don't really want to even show it at all on any of these pages. So we'll change the condition from show to hide in case we don't want this. So let's say we want to show this thing on just pages, or let's say on maybe WooCommerce product, for example. So literally depend on the kind of website you have and what you want to do with your pop-ups, but this visibility condition is quite very, very important for you to achieve success with what you're doing. So let's say you want to show this when all of maybe let's say our pages, I want to show this on all of our pages, and we had this condition. So that's it, all these pages, and we can still have some exemption, only these pages or maybe all of these pages, whatever you want to do really. So that's literally up to you. You can add as much condition as possible. You can also want to show this on maybe a specific WooCommerce product. For example, let's say our WooCommerce category. When somebody goes into that category, you want this pop-up to appear, and this is quite very fantastic. This is just to show you what you can or cannot do, and I think this is beautiful. Then let's leave our visibility and let's come to behavior right now. The first thing here is schedule. So basically, once we publish this, it will start showing up on our website. But again, you can schedule it. Maybe you want it to start at a particular date or end for a particular date. Maybe that pop-up is just limited to Black Friday that has a time frame, or maybe a weekend that you are doing splash sale or whatever you are doing. So this schedule button makes sense if you are trying to display this offer just between a limited time. So the next thing is for us to look at the pop-up trigger. So when do you want this to trigger? So this would trigger basically on all pages after delay of 3 seconds. So once somebody open any page, after 3 seconds this would display. But we may want to say no, don't display. Then let's say we want you to display when you scroll down the page. So now it can be when you scroll 50% or 20% or 40%, but by default here we can see 20, but let's just say we want it by 50%. So that can be a pop-up trigger. So once anybody scroll down the page and once they hit half of that page, there will be a pop-up. And you may want to trigger this pop-up by click. Once anybody click a particular image or a particular button or something on your page, and I think I will show you exactly how to do this subsequently. So you may want to have this on exit intent. Exit intent are those pop-ups that display on your website when somebody just moves their mouse cursor to anywhere above this trying to exit your website, it pops up. So let's also integrate this because we want to check this as well. So you may want to animate all of these things, put animation around the pop-up appearance or also the exit. You may want it to bounce in, and you may want it once it's exiting to bounce out. And also you can set auto close the pop-up after maybe some few seconds. You want this to close if that person did not take any action, or close pop-up when it is click outside. You can also close this pop-up after a CTA conversion. That's literally up to you. When somebody click your call to action, this pop-up is not for a call to action, so we're going to leave that. Once somebody close this pop-up, do you want this to keep showing to that person? So you want to set the behavior based on your you may want to look into this behavior because it's very important. So if it's a fantastic offer you are giving and the person closes that offer, you may want to assume that that person is not interested in that offer. So you may want to say, if this person open on that page on this website, don't show this pop-up anymore. So do not show this pop-up on this post or page anymore to this person. Do not show this pop-up across the website again, or you can just keep showing the pop-up. I just want to, so you need to be very careful of spam because this is very important. But if it were me, I would just say, once this person closes this pop-up, do not show this pop-up on this page, even though the person refresh, or if this pop-up is limited to this page. But if it is limited to the website, I can just say do not show this pop-up anymore to this person. You can also reset this after a particular period of time, but by default there it says 365 days. You may just want to set it to maybe 30 days or 31 days or 60 days, whatever works for you. All right, so that's it. You can also want to choose whether you want the page to keep scrolling when the pop-up is up, or you want to disable or enable it, but this is disabled by default. So you can play all around with all of this, and the next thing we want to do is to publish this pop-up. So that's it. We have our pop-up published, ready to go. So let's close this. So now if we come back to our website now, for example, and let's refresh this page. Now we set this to trigger when somebody scroll 50% of the page. So let's scroll down and let's see if we have this pop up. So you can see somewhere along the middle, we have this pop-up and it says get daily gadget tips, and we can put our name, our email, and then get tips. This is amazing, isn't it? So let's close this. So you can see we set this to close when somebody hit this close button or when somebody hit outside of this. So you can see the animation, the pop-up, and which is the bouncing and bounce out. And the next thing that we trigger for this page to show is exit intent. So let's see if this page will scroll if we move our mouse above. So we can see this is not showing, and the reason why this is not showing is also for the behavior rule that we set for this. Remember, we set the behavior rule that when somebody close this form, do not display this form again across the website. So that's it. So that's why we are not seeing the exit intent. So if I go to another page right now, that pop-up would not show. So that's it. I believe this is super simple and super easy to create amazing pop-ups on our website. So now let's come to the next thing here, which is sliding. Just create another pop-up here. We can just say Black Friday deal, for example. So do we want to make this an email opt-in, or we want to make this informational? I think we should make this informational this time, and let's choose a template. So right now you can see if we scroll down, we can just put a random. So you can see here, this is a Black Friday deal here. So I can preview this. Let's see what this would look like. So you can see Black Friday, don't miss out, view offer. So you can just click this button. It can take them to a specific deal on your store that you have Black Friday deals for. So I think this is beautiful. We can experiment with these two as well. And then let's choose this template. So you can see this is the title here, Black Friday, don't miss out on the biggest Black Friday, get 70% off. So for our button one, we may want to customize the button. So view offer, same redirection. We can maybe just go to our store here and then maybe pick a particular product. For example, this product now may have a slash down for Black Friday offer. So I might just want to copy this product link, for example, and then come here and then put that here. That's it. So view offer, it might just be view this offer since it's just one product now. That's it for this. You can go around to play with the visibility, the appearance, and all these things, just like I showed you, we walked through in the last one. I don't want to go through that again so that we won't waste so much time. So let's come to behavior. This would show after 3 seconds, which is okay. So let's publish this. That is ready to go. So let's come back here right now and let's refresh this page. So now let's wait for 3 seconds and let's see if this will pop. So you can see that we have a sliding from bottom. All right, so that's it. You can change the sliding position. So you can see this is sliding in from the bottom center, from the bottom center here. You can change it to different option here all across the page where you want this to slide in from. This is literally super simple to do. You can make it slide from top, but maybe somewhere by the bottom left might make sense. So that's it for sliding. You can also leave this and still come to embed. So let's just try and experiment with this. Let's try to create an embed here. For the purpose of this example, let's make this informational, and then let's call this embed. Choose this template, and then let's say that we want to make this COVID-19. Let's choose this template, for example. So I really don't want to waste time with this, so I just want to publish this. So you can see this has been published, and that's it. So one of the things we want to do is to come to visibility here, and then we want to set our visibility rule. But for the purpose of this example, let's also tick short code here, and then let's add a condition, and then we can say on post, for example, or maybe product, literally up to you, but I want to leave this as post, and then I'll add a condition. So we can just update this. So that's it. And the final thing we can work on right now here is our social sharing. So let's click this, and then we can create a new one, and we can just call this social shares. Yeah, enable counter, that's exactly what we want. And add a platform, so you may want to just maybe have this to share on Facebook, on Twitter, let's say on LinkedIn as well, and then let's say finally on WhatsApp, and then let's add this. So these are the platforms that we have these shares, and we can come now to our display options. So how do we want this to this floating social share to display on our website? Maybe our far left at the right hand corner, we want this centralized below here, but I think on the left makes sense. Once is in this vertical position, do you want it at the top or you want it at the bottom? But I think top is okay. For offset, you want to maybe have some offset, maybe like 10 pixels to the left, and I think that's okay. And then enable on mobile. Yes, I might want to enable this on mobile, but I don't want this showing at the vertically. I want this centered below. That's very much more optimized for mobile, and I think that's good. And also I will leave this as is. Inline content, no, I'm not enabling that. Widget, enable this. Shortcut, so if you want to enable this via shortcut, so this is the shortcut to display that on our website. So I think that's it. Let's come down to appearance. For appearance, this is exactly what this would look like. So you can play around with the social icons. You can use default colors as you can see there, or you can use custom colors for your social icons. But for me, I think I want to use default colors. For our counter, the border is this, the text is white. I may maybe want to change the text color right now to maybe something black. So right now I think that's not visible, but that's okay. Then I can work on the container. I think for the container, I really don't like what that container look like. I'm not sure even if I want to have a container, so I might just literally just make the container maybe transparent, white and transparent, so you can see maybe this is exactly what I just want. That's literally up to you, but I think you can experiment with this. But I think I will just leave this somewhere like this, maybe something dark like that, maybe, and then change the text now back to white. But that's literally up to you. You can play around with all of this to see what exactly work for you. But for me, I think I wouldn't like this background. So you can also animate the icons and inline the counter. That's literally up to you. Customize the color scheme for social icons. So for all these icons, you can do that, but I really don't want to waste so much time trying to do that. So that's literally up to you. You can play around that. But I think another thing we can do here is for us to come to our icon style. So we can change our icon styles for us to see. So you can see this right now. We can switch to these two as well, and also this. You can choose whatever work for you, but I think I'll leave this as default. This is popping more, so we can then come to visibility and then also set the visibility rule for this. I would just want to publish this, and that's it. That's ready to go. So now let's come to our dashboard. So you can see we have 4 active modules. For our pop-up here, we have newsletter. For our embed here, we have also an embed form here. So you can easily come here and also, for example, come to these settings here. You can unpublish this if you want to. You can preview it. You can purge all the email list, and you can view all the email lists that you have. You can export this and you can delete this as well. So if you unpublish this would unpublish the form on your website. So that's literally how to other things you can do, and you can view the states of this form. You can see how many people have seen it, so you can see just one view. You have conversion and what's your conversion rate. So those are the things that you can get to see for individual forms on your website. So for the embed right now, I can click this and copy short code, and then I can come to my blog post and I can just literally add new, and I can call this demo, right? And then I can add a short code and I can paste that here, and then I can publish this. So let's view this in a private window and let's see what we have. So you can see we now have this here at the left and up. So we have this pop-up here, which is fantastic. So we can close this, and then we can see that we have our COVID-19 update here. So if we click this, unfortunately we didn't set this to an offer, but we can set this now to pop-up form, so that when anybody clicks this, another pop-up form can come up, and that's what I said earlier, which is quite fantastic to do. So that's it. That's exactly how to create these pop-ups on your WordPress website literally for free using the Also plugin. So you can go experiment with these and create all those pop-ups, sliding, and whatever embeds you want to do on your website. I'll be creating further tutorials breaking this down into specifics, how to create those embeds and how to maybe link this from one embed to another pop-up, something more creative, and how you can embed this with other email marketing platforms. So stay tuned on this channel. I'll watch more tutorial on this, and also if there are specific tutorials you want to see from me, you can kindly let me know in the comment section. I'll look out for them. And that's my time for this tutorial. If it has been of immense value to you, give me a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to see more awesome videos from me. And that's my time. I'll see you in another tutorial. Until then, take care. Have a nice time.